Hey guys, I'm Ahmed. Welcome to Ahmed Gaming. Here with some more out of ore. Gonna do what we do and get that wheel spun up, well, both wheels, and see what we get stuck with for the day, if anything. Probably be like roll twice, right? Okay, all right. So our truck is broke down, so maybe not too bad. Uh, Depending on what we get here. And we cannot use the hopper today. All right. Well, that is plenty fine. We got tons of stuff we can do. So I went through and looked at what I needed to get out of this tier. And this tier, we need to get the dirt road built all the way to town. The dirt road's built to all the towers. And we have to build an asphalt plant. Originally, it was in town, but like I said, I think I'm going to switch it, and all that's going to be here. So we have to build the asphalt part of town here. And then it was paved the road, the driveway or whatever to the asphalt plant. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a driveway or not, so we'll look into that. So those are our 3 to 4 things we gotta do for the next tier to unlock stuff. So having said that, I think we need to bring our roller up here, get our grader up here, maybe even our dozer, and I think we can start by getting a road built right there. Get to that watchtower. That'd be one watchtower done. And then that'll only leave us really one more. Well, we'll double check the other one, but I know we took the dozer and we got to build the road there. So let's go get our roller. Let's roll that area to the tower up there. A good place to start. All right. Zoom you in, and we might as well stop. Get you some fuel on the way. Realistically, I just need to drive this thing on everywhere I go. Except for right there. All right. He's a bit slow. All right, so we're gonna go up that way. That way we'll kind of give ourselves a little road here to the little hut that we have for now, our little workshop, I guess, cabin workshop. They did add beds to the game, or they're coming. I don't remember what it said. I know, terrible. Don't come here for breaking news. So you'll be able to sleep the nights away. So that actually pretty cool. So, like I said, I just can't remember. I think they said they added them. I think. Biggest problem I have is getting the freaking grader up here without destroying the whole grass on the way. But yeah, I think our plan was, I think we're probably going to have to bring the dozer up here first. Because we got to kind of cut into this mountain. So, more dozer stuff, that never hurts. But first, we'll see if we can smooth this ridge out, flatten it down a little bit with the roller. Might make it a little easier to cut through there, I don't know. I don't think I really need to go too much further with the roller. I'm gonna have to, you know, follow the dozer with it as we go. So that'd probably be pretty good. Pretty good for now. Back this up over here. Go grab the dozer. And cut ourselves a little path up there, hopefully. Even though I wonder if we hit this, if we can flatten this out a little bit too. That might help just a hair. Just because we'll be making a kind of little turn there, so. And screw it, I'm just going to hit this whole little ridge as I'm coming here, just make it look a little nicer than what it does. Yeah, go just get that little bit. Get this as we turn around, and then we'll call that good for now, and we'll go grab our dozer. Which is always a good time. I'm probably, I don't know, top 70, 80,000 for dozer users in the game. Yep. We don't need the dozer down here right now for anything. I don't believe, anyway. Because I think we're pretty much going to be hauling all this away to the at least for the moment. There's probably a little bit of stuff we could probably clear if we really needed to, but we need to at the moment. We will once we get the pay dirt gone off of there, and all this down here probably be stripped off with the dozer, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, I think we'll try reversing the whole way. Feel like we get less like gouges and stuff in the grass and the ground when we go backwards, so back right up here and get some gas on our way. Wish there was an easier way to make it all dirt without digging, you know, I don't want to dig deep. Max fuel, and yeah, fuel's pretty much free, so, but it ain't that expensive anyway right now. And like this little slope here already looks pretty good. I want it dirt. Which means I'm gonna have to dig it up a little bit. Which I think we can go, I'll start about right here. Zoom in a little bit on this guy. Said even with the, you know, digging the dirt down the grass, it still doesn't quite get us all dirt, but that's all right. As long as we get it close, I think that'll be a pretty good look. Then we'll pave it at some point, I'm sure. That's the other thing that sucks about the dozer and digging on this little top layer is that little lag that the game has digging through that green layer. Just a little bit. Kind of wish the 6-way dozer would work a little better. I feel like I haven't used it in a long time. Maybe they have done some work on it. But I feel like the 6-way dozer always had a little bit of issues, more than the other ones per se. All right, so just trying to keep the same angle, which is hard to do. Gotta get the blade picked up a little bit here so I can turn. Trying to keep the blade level as possible. I still need to get a GPS. I think that was something I was going to get the next time I went to the store and totally forgot. If I don't get it the same day I'm talking about it, good chance I'm going to forget about it. Good chance. We can clean that stuff up once we get that area. Come on, fall off the blade. Definitely has gone a lot better than my typical bulldozer experiences. Like I said, this doesn't have anything about being paved. This is just like a service road up here for the watchtowers. But that don't mean we won't pave it down the road for fun. I'd really like to turn around here and push some of this dirt back down into there. No, it doesn't work the best, but see if I can make a little bit of room for it. Whoa. Put that blade back. I think that helps a little bit keep it off the ground as quick. Keep hitting the wrong button. Getting my fingers moved and hitting the E instead of the W. That's it. I wish that would have had a lot more dirt to it, but kind of is what it is. Drop a little bit of dirt down here. Like so. Fix this little edge lip here. I like to do anyway, not only because the little jagged edges just look silly, but kind of help clean up the edge. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Once we smooth it out, I think it'll look all right. We may probably end up putting a guardrail along the one side. All right, now see if I can get this guy down the hill. Should go backwards, right? I already know that. See how it looks down there. I'm worried that once I roll it, I'm gonna pull this corner down, or this edge down, and lift that edge up. So I'm gonna have to be careful as I can be with it. Just back you up here for now. All right, let's get this guy. I think this corner here is probably going to need a little bit of work, is my guess. Kind of stinks, is like I said, like if you go in the wrong spot, it like brings the grass back sometimes. Doing it a little bit here, not terrible, but just a little bit. Yeah, it'd be cool if this had like a paint feature on it. Like as you're rolling, like you can say, hey, paint dirt. Still got to redo that at some point too. I'm not a fan of it. We'll probably have to doze it and level it out a lot bigger. We're going to need a lot more area over here, so. For once, my eyes weren't bigger than my stomach. I actually didn't make the area quite big enough how I planned, but again, the new production came, which added a lot of stuff, so that changed a lot. But we're going to make it work. One way or the other, even if we have to dig underground, we gotta go underground with the building, have a basement, so to speak, and that might be the route we take. I mean, of course, we can always go up, you know, maybe both. All right, let's run up this road here. Try to keep it as flat as possible. That I'll probably hit with the shovel. I don't want to get too close to this edge and have it sink down. As you can see, I'm kind of doing a little bit, but that's all right. We can adjust by hand as needed. There we can get a little closer. And then we want to pull away just a hair here. Let's turn that off. Let's fill in a little bit there. I know the rules say dirt road, that just, and it's just coal. That's fine. It's just a road that's not the grass, ultimately. I think we will... I think we'll do the same kind of thing here. I think we'll build up the outer edge so we can roll a little closer. Make it look a little nicer, hopefully. Out messing up the integrity of our road here. Don't need these anymore. These were to kind of give us a marker of what we were thinking about doing. We'll smooth that up here a little bit once. Yeah, once we get to the road flattened, we can get that straightened up. And here, I already kind of made it wider, so I don't need to do any more there, I don't think. Or I need some adjustments. I'm gonna ride this out, and I want to get close to here. I want along here to smooth out. All right, see if we can't flatten this up here a little bit. I need to turn off the roll. I just go to back up, but it obviously doesn't stop and reverse as quick as I need it to. All right, let's run down the... You know what? Let's back up. Let's run down close to the edge. I'm sure I'll get too close in spots because that's just what happens, but then we'll run through the middle. We're a little close, not too bad though. Kind of want it where you just start seeing it lift a little bit. There, getting a little close. And down here, I'm okay with it, so it can smooth it all off together. Let's turn that off. Yeah, I think a little bit of more work here on that little corner, but ultimately, I don't think it's terrible. All right, now let's run up this side again here, where we kind of build it in a little bit. Then we will run down the middle, and I think mainly the road will be done. I think we'll have a good, nice little dirt road up here. Dirt road or coal road. Come on, baby. Might need to hit with the shovel first. Let's see here. Let's just hit it with the shovel. I could dink with that for a long time. There. Going uphill plus all these bumps definitely makes it a challenge. All right, so we can smooth out the rest of those little edges. If there's any kind of like nasty jaggedness with the shovel. I think I can come over a little bit further on this run here. Got a good little lip hanging over, so that should bring that up a little bit there. Perfect. All right, before we head down, let's hit a few spots here, like so. You can definitely fine tune with the shovel a little bit nicer, so. Ooh, there we go. Start back a little further and then kind of push forward a little bit until it starts moving. And I'm like, all right, that's good. Kinda. Didn't like that little lump I had there. I like this one here. I'm not really a fan of. All right, there we go. I think we'll just hit this here. Hit this here. Just get any jagged points or anything that looks too crazy. That looks fine, I think. For that, I don't know why. It just don't need it. All right, now we're gonna run down the middle, and at least this upper slope will be good. We'll get that curve adjusted a little bit better, I think. I think we can do a little bit better work on that. Turn that off and wait. Come on, anytime. Almost done. I know it. Yeah, I think that at the moment looks pretty decent. A little bumpy here and there, but what are you going to do? The mine road. I need to make myself a note to help remind me to get a GPS for the dozer, just so I can think it'll help with a few little aspects, but mainly the blade tilting left and right. That'll be big. Sometimes that's hard to see when you're in the wrong angle there. All right, so what do we need here? I think we need to cut down this side here a little bit. What I'm thinking. Kind of what I'm thinking anyway. Pull this up, see if I can't drop some of this dirt off this blade. All right, let's pull this off to the side. Let's grab the roller and see what that rolls out to. Might not be too bad down here. It might be a little high right here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's hand sculpt this edge here a little. Best we can anyway. I'm still not sure if it's better to like go down the middle first and then do the edges. Almost feel like it kind of is, but I don't know if I've noticed enough of a difference either way. Or like if you have a high ridge like this, you should do this first and then. To be able to wiggle up over that stupid mound. I'm already looking like I might have to add a little more dirt, like right behind the bulldozer. I may have dug out a little too deep there. I think we're just going to roll backwards and get this all right now down here. See where we're sitting. A little closer than I wanted there, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, let's turn that off. All right, now we kind of got to hit this little edge here going down. I'll probably have to hit it up and down again real quick. Get the final smooths on it. Really hoping that the asphalt, like little rework they were talked about in the last little video dev blog, or kind of dev blog kind of style they do with, I think it was with Split last time. Talked a little bit about some stuff they need to, not where they want it, they still have some stuff to do. I'm hoping it comes out before I really start paving. run back up the middle again. I want this here to smooth out just right here, right where it starts getting a little dark. I'm hoping it transitions better. Looks like it does. Yeah. I think that might be all right. It is definitely wider than it needs to be. We only need like one lane. Pretty much it's just a truck needs to be able to go up, a pickup truck. But yeah, if we decide to pave this, even though it's not any requirement to, I'm hoping we got one, the new pavement, two. If not, I'm gonna have to definitely have to re-roll this multiple times. It seems to be about the best way that I've figured out with paving. Just roll it, even when you don't think it needs rolled. Roll it and roll it and roll it. Because you can go over the same spot sometimes and see it still moving. We got a little bit of a like curve, like U shape in there, but I don't think it's too bad. All right, let's try to tie in where this kind of road starts to the grass around it. Just a little bit here. All right. Yeah, I think if I'm ever going to rebuild again or start again or something like that, if I have the dozer, I think I'm going to go through and like we're going to almost like clear off some cut to start with. That way we know we're in all dirt and get rid of the grass. Unless something new system comes in later, it makes it easier to do that. But I don't think we actually really need to take the grader up there at all. I think the dozer did fine. But move out some of this area here where we see it bumpy for now. And let's see here. We got the dozer down here. We know we need to deal with that hill over there some more still. And I'm sure people love watching me have fun with the dozer. I feel there's like the three type of people when I'm using the dozer. The ones that are like, oh my God, just do this and yelling at me. The ones that are going, holy cow, brother, I feel your pain. And the ones that are like, what is this game? What is he doing? We could doze that, finish that freaking tunnel, or not tunnel, but that little cut into the top part of our big mining pit down there. Could finish that off with the dozer too. All right, so let's hop up here. Let's see what it is I want to do, because I don't really know. I just know I'm going to need more room. This here area is pretty flat, so this might be a good spot for like the asphalt plant or to be able to dump the coal off into. Feel like we're going to need... We started clearing up here. This was originally going to be like a little solar farm. It was going to be close. But I think with, we got wires. We can put that anywhere. We could technically put it over there or further up or on that side of the map, realistically. What we need is room for the plant down there. So I feel like we need to clear off more of the top of this. Might be like 2 levels up, which is fine. We might go 3 or 4 levels up from here and be able to have belts underneath it. But either way, I think we want to clear off more of this hill. But we do have... How much of this do we have in here? Do I really want to just... I don't want to just want to doze that away, do I? I don't. Let's see. Let's see if I can... Oh, it's going to be all the way down to here, ain't it? Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's grab this roller. Let's run this roller up here so we get a little path for our loader. We'll probably just go grab the small front end loader, so we don't have to drive the other one back down there. And let's get the loader and scoop that off. Scoop it up. We'll drop it down. Drop it right down in there. Just obviously want a little bit smoother of a road here, or life's not going to be fun. And here's a question. Somebody watching might know. Does like the dirt and the iron weigh more in the like loader? You know, like a full bucket of dirt, does it weigh less than a full bucket of iron in the game? Obviously, I assume real life it does, yes, but I do feel like it seems a little more tippy, like when I'm hauling hay dirt or even iron or rock and stuff like that. I've never really thought about it until I just was thinking there for some reason about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I flip a lot of vehicles with just regular dirt in it, but what's this little spot here? Do this, run it down the hill. It's going to be steep a little bit, but that's all right, I think. Just run a little bit here, make sure it's smooth going into this part. And we probably need to go check on the steel, because I doubt we'll be building anything here today. By the time we dig out this iron and even start leveling it out. But if I keep the littler of the two loaders over here, we get locked out or something like that and can't use that, whatever, we have it right here ready to go. And if we decide we're going to go continue digging down there, down in our pit, then we got the big loader down there. Like I said, it's not that much smaller anyway. That'd be a nice project one. Use it for the projects around here. All right. We'll back this guy down, and I think this will probably be good enough. I'm worried about this little hill right here, but yeah, I think that'd be cool for building dirt roads. Just be able to have this thing as you flatten paint. Like I said, because even if you dig it with the dozer or the grader, if you're only trying to go shallow, just enough to like kind of smooth it out, and you hit it with the roller, it can turn back to dirt. So, but again, really a big deal? Ultimately, no. it ain't gonna be like, all right, that's it. I'm not playing the game because I can't paint dirt on the ground for the road. Does it add to it? Yes, I think it does. I wish farming sim would do the same thing. I wish instead of having to go to the terrain tools, I wish you could either do it that way or equipment that would paint down terrain, because I think it makes building roads and stuff like that a lot of fun. Because, I mean, that's what farming sim is. Like, it's a farming sim, right? Nope, you do a lot of stuff, especially with the new pack coming up here. With fishing and stuff. I think it's absolutely cool. I think they're taking that genre and doing stuff with it that opens it up for a lot of different possibilities. And it's not like the farming's hurting, because they're adding fishing, like hunting. I think hunting would be cool in the game. I really do. I think hunting would be, good. Animals will tear up your crops. And you can take them out, or you can go hunting. I'd love to see a building system instead of just the building placing. Like, still have that an option, but be able to build your own buildings, like in here, better building system than this, but similar to this. Doesn't have to be crazy, like enshrouded with beams and all that. I think it'd be cool. I think it would add to the game. Okay, I had to make sure. I was like, this is the little guy, right? But yeah. All right, let's go dump some iron in the plant. And we're going to work on leveling that off up there. And whether we end up putting the like asphalt plan or sending the blasted rock that way, whatever we end up doing, we'll figure that out as we go. But we know we need more room, so we might as well do it. We could also come this way more if we need it. We could go that way a little bit more on this one. And like I said, we do have up, and we will probably build up as well. We'll probably have hopefully a cool looking plant. I'm gonna hear more. Because we have no truck, we are just gonna I think we'll just stay backwards the whole time. I don't think there's much point in turning around. We can back up here, dump it, then drive right back forward. But yeah, farm sim. I think they're doing cool stuff. A lot of people give hate to 25. I don't know why. Probably because I'm not a hardcore farming sim player like some people, and I'm sure they have great reasons for it. I love it. I think the game looks good. Yet to do like any of the rice farming or any of that. I've liked the farming stuff, but I've always been pretty good into except the lumber stuff, which I got to get that series going again. A little bit. But I'm trying to talk my wife into playing. I think she'd like it. She played Ranch Sim and she seemed to enjoy that. I think she'd enjoy it. She loves farming and stuff in games. She's not a fan of driving that much in those games for some reason. She likes like the controller and like that with WASD, kind of like most people. Driving's not that great. Maybe I'll put my steering wheel over there for her. But I think she could have fun with that. I think she'd enjoy it. I'm working on it. Now that it's on Game Pass, we don't have to buy another copy, so that works out good too. Cool thing is this is going to turn into steel, which can be used to help? Oh, speaking of that, I need to run up there and make sure we're still cooking. I think we should be, but I want to make sure. If anything, we're not making floor pieces. So let's run up there real quick. We're up down our new road. Yeah, we can take the dozer. We can probably make this path through here and get that set so we know where it is. Got it marked off with cones. We just got to get it down to the right level. That little bother. No. I think we can do that there a little bit. Oh, and I didn't finish over here. I lied. Because I need some of this edging to look a little bit nicer. Nice as you can do it anyway. Get that in. All right, there we go. All right, so in here we have nuts and bolts. Here we got sheets and beams. Here, just kind of like I thought. We have no steel floor being made. Beam sheets, nuts and bolts. Okay. And you still have a lot of nuts and bolts being made. You still had a good amount of it. Yep. All right. There. So now we got that going. So that'll be what? 150, 160. I didn't see exactly how much. 150, 160 floor pieces when those are done. So that's going good. That's going good. That'll be a good start for up here. I mean, obviously we're going to have to move that water at some point. I'd like to find a nice, I'll probably end up finding a good location where I can flatten the ground and make it look nice, but still have the pump work. And then piping it across into the plant and wherever else we may or may not need it. And then I got to decide, I think I'm going to build a little bridge over by the town there where that little dip goes down. I think I'm just going to build a wood bridge because I'm going to have a lot of leftover wood stuff here. So I think I'll just do a wood bridge over there. And then if we decide we want to upgrade it later to steel, we can. But I'd rather use the steel for the plants and all the buildings over here right now. Yeah, I don't want to, I mean, we could easily just doze this down. We know there's, I mean, on this map, like, you'll never run out of anything, but we'll probably work on an oil field. We'll probably try to see if we can't find a nice big copper, or not copper. Yeah, that works. Coal node somewhere. Like, it doesn't have to be super, super close, but not super far away. And see if we'll probably set up a little oil refinery there. I like the looks of it, you know, like, now obviously it can't stay there. That's the cut. I like the looks of it, like being visible, but I think we'll have enough stuff around between the turbines I'm going to put up around the mountains and, you know, other little random stuff we'll try to do. I will say, though, it is nice being able to have like all these missions or quests or goals to hit, because, you know, if you had this wheel, if you were using the wheel for whatever reason and didn't have other stuff to do, it may kind of like, what am I going to do today? Well, like I said, we have so many little projects. We have at least one more road to the watch fire tower over there. We still have this main road we gotta get done. The plant work. Like we have we're not no shortage of work to do here. And pretty much anything that happens to us on our stupid wheel, don't think there's anything that could stop us from doing one of the projects we need. Whoa. But I definitely want to start pushing a little more through this tier. Even if it's like that right there, we just got that road done. Even if, you know, next episode we spend a couple minutes and get some equipment up to the other one. That's going to be the hardest thing. So I think we'll roughly go to the bottom of this run, depending on how deep it goes. And that'll be the height we'll set. Oh gosh, better turn for that, because like I said, I definitely want it higher than this level here, and I want it to be able to have belts and stuff be hidden underneath if we want. Should definitely check this coal plant, and we got to get that redone so that the coal can feed into it automatically, even though you know, how much coal do we have? Are we going to be putting in it at a time? I don't know. Okay, that was not I was thinking it was following, and I'm like, you know, it seems kind of weird. Was not on follow. Lower you down. And I like having a plan. It makes it easier, but I also like when we have to adjust. We have to do a little bit of ingenuity and figure out something different. Even though I don't really want to go too low, we'll be fine. The thing in that area there is like nice and flat already to be able to back some trucks up into to load up asphalt or coal or dirt. You know, at some point we're going to have to deal with the dirt we have. Which means at some point we're going to have to load it into trucks and either dump it somewhere or sell it. And if we have to, I'll probably end up selling it or dumping it for now until you get a bigger truck, and then, you know, so we can sell it, because we can just take a couple trips and do that. But I don't know. For now, I'm gonna let that storage container build up. Definitely can't wait to get the bigger equipment in here. Get one more fire or watchtower road built. Get that road basically made out. Oh, and the ditches. Because I moved that to this tier too. I forgot about that. Whoops. But we should have a good amount of money chilling down there to sell. So as soon as we unlock this stuff, I'm hoping we'll be able to get it. But we also definitely have some more money to spend in power, turbines, stuff like that. Like I said, I don't mind the coal generator. I'm actually happy it got added. It makes it extremely awesome. And we'll still be using it, I'm sure. But I definitely want to get to that point where I don't need to have to worry about putting coal into it to have it. We got a lot of conveyor stuff to buy still, a lot of parts, a lot of manufacturing stuff to buy. And that's definitely going to be some work. We got to find a place for that. Like I said, we were going to do a steel plant and like the asphalt plant originally in town. And I decided against it because I didn't want to spend episodes, of me driving all the way into town. That's it. So, going to come here. We'll still build stuff in town. We're still going to build buildings and stuff like that. But I just didn't want to waste so much time just driving back and forth. I feel like my little button for my camera on the joystick is backwards for some reason. I didn't change it. Oh, okay. Turn this turn. So ultimately we need a place to unload asphalt, unload dirt, possibly coal. Maybe a random something else. We need at least 3 bays that I can think of off the top of my head. We need to get the ore smelting sent to its own little kind of section. Gotta get the manufacturing of stuff, whatever we're going to decide to do with that, to its own little section. The asphalt to its own little section. Okay. So yeah, we got some buildings to build here. power plant or power substation so bad. I want to be able to have some high powered lines that won't hook to the equipment, but can hook to like a transformer that we can send down to, you know, the plants or different parts. You know, because that'll be the problem. Our power poles can only handle so much. So we can only have, you know, a few windmills over there, turbines. Not making flour. Because if I'm bringing the line all the way over here, you know, I don't want to have like 17 lines coming across. So we'll have to get fancy. Oh gosh, slow down, slow down. There we go. Shouldn't say it, but I'm going to. I am surprised I haven't flipped in any which like direction yet on this little hill. Being extra cautious, maybe, but I'm not really. I think I want to get out and just move this up a little bit for this entry where I come into it. Just to help out a little bit. Smooth up just a little bit of this part here. Wish I'd be like, calculated, did that on purpose, but I actually didn't hit the brake. I hit the gas to go down the hill even faster, apparently. So even in this episode, where we're not really digging in our pit, we're still going to be making some money and a lot of steel, I hope. Oh, concrete. We need a concrete plant too, because there'll be stuff that I'm going to want as concrete over steel. Probably just to change up the looks of stuff, but like ideally I'd like all the foundation to be concrete. But I don't think we're going to have concrete in time for that. We got a little bit of blasted rock from, I don't know where. Somewhere in that stuff we were digging, the iron and stuff last episode. But I don't even know what we need. Is it gravel? Something like that. I'd have to look again. So we did complete one. We got that project completed. We started on another project that we will pick away at a little bit here and there. We probably won't go full swing into it or anything like that. We'll probably work on it like episodes when we kind of can't do other stuff easily. And as we work on the tier stuff, like that road there, I might just take the grader up to that other watchtower and try to make it work. But I don't want to. It's a long drive, and it's a long drive for the dozer. Long drive for the roller. And if I take the grader, I don't remember if it was. I don't think it was super bad over there. I feel like we actually had a decent flat spot, but I don't remember. We haven't been there since we put it up, and like this one we can see all the time. The other one we see when we drive through town. But that one, we haven't been to the coal plant. We haven't needed to. Which I kind of figured what was going to happen. We stopped having to go there a little sooner than I expected, but you know, we found this stuff, so why would I go around scooping coal and selling it when one, I can use coal now. And two, this stuff sells for way more and makes the steel we need for building pieces. So yeah, it just didn't make sense. But eventually we'll probably have an overrun of coal, I'm imagining, and we're going to have to get it out of the plant and away somehow. Not like dirt, I just can't dump it over like the mountainside if I want. We got to get some lights. Unfortunately, we can't do too many lights because tear apart the FPS. Not worth it. But we'll have to get a couple little lights here and there. I wonder how deep that thing goes. Whoa. But then again, maybe if we do the main road there and use that, the dozer will already be into town. Like all the equipment will at some point be at that end of town, and then I could shoot over there. Or even if I drive it up there, I can leave. I don't want to leave it because you never know when I'm going to need it here. Like I said, leaving this guy over here, not a big deal. I have another one that's over in the cut right now. But to pull my dozer grader, that's fine. I'm not too worried if the grader was put over there. We'll probably do that. We'll probably just drive the grader over there, or if we have to drive into town for something, we may hop up there, take a quick short trip there and see. Totally turn the wrong way. See what we're dealing with, and then be able to play it by ear a little bit better. Or play by eyes, I guess, technically at that point. Get up there. Get up there. I want to see how deep this is. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot deeper than I want to dig. Hmm. My oh my, that is a lot. Well, that is, I got there. So I think I'm going to take a couple more scoops there, flatten this out. I already went a little too deep, and then bring the dozer over for next time I come up here or whatever, bring the dozer and just push off that way I'm not having the huge hill to deal with. That'll be nice and flat for us. I think that might be the play there, I think. Then we can scoop more of this out and get to the level we want. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to go a lot deeper than I plan on digging for height. I mean, honestly, I was thinking about this level here was my original thought. And we're almost there now, so. But that does seem like a lot of coal or not coal. Jeez. A lot of material, iron and stuff to leave, but there's enough everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. For now, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We'll go from there. Come on, baby. Took that a little weird. Looks like we got a couple more scoops, and then then we'll take the dozer and we'll push off that dirt off the back side of it. I'll look. I think we'll just push it off the back for now. I think we should have room for it over there. We might have part of our other little road, but I don't know if it's that close or not. And we'll readjust. We'll adjust what we need. Did not go up my smooth spot I made. That's for sure. Get all the stuff supported better, looking nicer. Have a big old unnecessary pipelines and conveyor belts going across places we don't need it. But just do it for fun. All right, let's throw some fuel in here. Just park you here for now. I don't think this guy drives, does it? Oh, I can't drive it anyway. It's broken. In the wheel. Let's grab our dozer. Let's... Yeah, oil tanker would be cool. Do a haul out of the refineries and out of the oil derricks and stuff like that. Figured might as well get this guy cleared up while we're right here with this as well. Like I said, we're just going to start a whole bunch of projects that ain't going to get finished in any kind of quick manner. Well, this one I guess could finish up quick. This one definitely has to go a lot wider, that's for sure. It's end game, obviously, you know, we need the 400 to run through here. You know, I'm assuming we'll have one at some point. Wouldn't mind making this deep enough too, where we could put a bridge across if we need to. There we go. This ain't going too bad. This ain't going too bad at all. Granted, I'm just pushing 2 straight lines, but we've been there, done that before, you know. Even this we won't finish all the way because obviously it's gonna start up here, but it'll end up ramping down into the cut at some point. I mean, you know, we got a ways to go to get over here, but if that over there ends up going really bad and there's no pay dirt under there at all, at least we have something available here to go and clear. A little bit, get us some more traction here. Kind of why I like being on top of a mountain instead of in the middle of the mountain, because you can just push the, the stuff for the top coat or top layer right off the side. Definitely makes it a little harder when you're. And that is about the right height on this side. So from here, it'll pretty much just be a ramp into the cut, which I'm not going to worry about right now because. No, there's some pay dirt. A little bit. Definitely don't think we're wide enough. No, it'd be really tight, wouldn't it? All right. Worst case, we can just widen it up as we need it. Yeah, so at some point here, this will ramp down, kind of like we did on that end, right into this section. Obviously we got some clearing to do and stuff like that at some point once we decide we're gonna use this side of the cut. Let's try to smooth this out, leveled next to it. Try to do about the same height. This is definitely just a rough cut here right now. This is just to get us an idea, get us close. Kind of see where we're at. If this here comes back uphill, and it won't be. It'll be ultimately ramping downward. Like, I don't know why, like right there, that's what I've talked about in the past. It was going, and I was holding W, I wasn't moving it up or down, and it just kind of stops and starts jittering around, and then it starts bouncing, and it drops dirt. from the blade. Makes it hard to, you know, obviously go straight, but like I kind of understand it. Like if I'm raising the blade, lowering the blade, like, all right, yeah, it's just kind of bouncing or something, but it just going straight, not touching anything but W, and it stops and starts shaking the dirt off the blade. It's the weirdest thing. Let's see if we can't match to the other side decently enough. But I pulled up a little bit by accident, so threw everything in a tizzy. Right there. That's where I accidentally pulled up the blade. Too much it was. Just smooth it out for driving back on. I'm not too worried about rolling it out or anything right now. Still got a lot of work to do on it, but just in case we need to drive through here, we'll make it semi-decently smooth. Get these little nuggets. I caught on something there. Without this little side. If I see it, I'm going to get it right away if I can. Those things are a pain in the butt if you don't get them all and you miss it. Pull this guy up here. Try not to hit the ground. So we're going to lose a little bit of the iron and lithium and stuff on the end. On this part, but that's all right. We're getting majority of it, and that's all I care about. Thunderstorms rolling in, looks like. See it, so I'm gonna get it. Like, I see the pay dirt starting to kind of come through, so there's probably some under there. I don't know how much I'm gonna worry about the pay dirt on this little hill here that I'm trying to flatten out for the plant expansions. Probably won't worry about it. This is so much easier with the dozer, though. I think last time we were up here, when we flattened out that little bit, what did we have? We had the loader, I think, right? And obviously, that takes a lot of time. Don't know why you climb up like that. Now I'm trying to have it climb up a little bit, 'cause I'm a little low, kind of tunneling a little bit, but yeah, definitely easier to clear off the top of a mountain than down in a valley. Pushes right off, no big deal. All right, like that. Oh. Mm-hmm. I think I was gonna be like, I'll just call it here. Then I got up here, started doing this. I'm like, screw it. We're gonna have a little extra time on this one, this video. Makeup. Last one was a little shorter than normal, so I'll make up for it on this one. Care about these little air turds here. The little one right there. Those are ones that suck. Those are not like the little tiny dot you can barely see. Those are the ones that screw you over when you drive in. And next thing you know, your truck's flipping around because there's a little piece in the air you can't see. If you play this game long enough, you've had it happen. Get stuck all of a sudden, you can't drive. Vehicle might go flipping through the air. Yeah, I'll just... There's not enough there to worry about coming up here and scooping so I don't lose it. Actually, I feel like we got quite a bit done today. We've cleared a lot of dirt up here, ran some stuff through the plant pretty decently, made a nice decent dirt road over there. So we'll come back up here again with the loader and go down another level with that, then come back through here and clear the back half with this guy. I think I'm gonna come up here and use this to clear off a little bit off this top because it is a little high over here for that level down there. And all in all, I feel like I've done pretty decent dozer work today, surprisingly. Don't want to turn and drop more dirt down there where I just cleared a bunch, so. A little bit's okay. I need some oil. All right, there we go. Gotta go back to this side now because I did pop up pretty decent. at the end. Don't need to be perfect because I'm going to obviously clear it all the way down to the level I'm at down there at some point. Oh, I lifted it by accident. I didn't want to pull the blade up. I kind of feel like we can push this way too. This should just take down them trees, no problem. Changing the landscape forever. All right, we're working at it. Man, oh man. Just moving it along. But get rid of this little land booger here. Get rid of those guys. Definitely get rid of these ones. In fact, we'll just rip down this whole little edge here. A little less we have to bulldoze. I don't see any more. At least we'll be building here, so if we run into anything, it just won't let us build in the spot, I'm sure. Get rid of that. That stupid little plump thing there. Move that out there for the thing. All right. Well, I think that felt good. We changed the landscape a little bit. We got a nice road over there by the house now, going up to that tower. We cleared a good amount of dirt off of here, and we finished finally digging that the starting point, not the ramp down, because that's not the cut we're working on right now, so not a huge deal. But yeah, that looking nice. We're getting somewhere. I think we're moving along good. So, but yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. Hopefully, you made it all the way through. If you did, hit that like button for me. Leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what cool stuff you guys like to see in here, or cool ideas or plans for buildings, or just an emoji and a hi, whatever. Anything is interactions, and that's very helpful for the channel. So thank you. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate that. We kind of stalled off a little bit, which is still well above and beyond where I thought I'd be at this point, this early in YouTube. So it's still really awesome. But we're still close to that 500 sub goal. First one here. So hit the sub button for me. I really appreciate the support so far. I hope you have a wonderful night, evening, or morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.